Lost D Punch Out TV. How are you all doing? Hope you're all good out there. I quickly want to make a video talking about a subject what we were talking about on Friday night on the live stream. And it's about talking about Sky Sports boxing and how dire it is. This sports network or platform, whatever you want to call it, was the best for covering boxing over here in the UK and has been for many years. But since Eddie Hearn's left, not that I like Hearn, Sky didn't do their research on this guy, aka Benny Hill, or Benny Shalom, or aka Gentle Ben, whatever you want to call him. But he basically has turned Sky Sports Boxing into the Benny Hill show because it's a joke. It's an absolute joke. This guy couldn't organise a jelly and ice cream party for a bunch of 7-year-olds. He really couldn't. He's well out of his depth. I mean, when he first came there, he made Khan versus Brook, which was good, but the fight was way past its sell-by date. But he managed to put this fight together, so at least I gave him a bit of praise for that. And then he did Savannah Marshall, Carissa Shields. That was a good fight. Since then, what's he done? I don't know exactly how long this boy's been in charge of boxing at Sky. It's got to, I'd say, coming up for 2 years. It's got to be, or not far off. But Sky, I've given this guy the reins and let him run wild with it, and he's basically just fucked it up. He's basically just fucked Sky Sports Boxing up. It's appalling. It's atrocious. And as somebody in the chat said on Friday, I forgot who it was, they said if it wasn't for Top Rank Boxing, Sky Sports Boxing would be finished. Because this guy hasn't done anything. Okay, he stole a couple of Eddie Hearn's ex-fighters, or they've chose to leave, whatever way you want to go at it. I mean, Lawrence Okoli, with all due respect, that man just stinks the place out. The amount of excessive hugging what he does. I can't even bring myself to watch his fights because all I ever see is just a hug fest. He's got Joshua Buatsi. Yeah, he's probably one of his best fighters. Now he's putting this fight on between Dan Aziz and Joshua Buatsi, which is a good fight, I'm not going to lie. It's a fight what I'm definitely looking forward to. In fact, I was devastated he wasn't on this weekend. But apart from that, what's he done? His best fight he's put on is Carissa Shields and Savannah Marshall. Now, this is a platform what had gone from broadcasting fights at Wembley, 80-odd thousand, 90-odd thousand, whatever you want to call it, at the O2 and all other places like that. Now they're having fights at York Hall and Bethnal Green. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's an old traditional place. A lot of boxers start their careers off there, but I can't for the life of me understand where this guy come from and how he got to be the leading director of, I don't know if it's director, but he's the man in charge of Sky Sport Boxing. He's the one who puts all the fights together. He's the one who Sky give the money. This guy he doesn't even like his fighters fighting other fighters from different promotional teams. The guy just hasn't got a jar of glue what he's doing. He really hasn't. He couldn't organise a fucking piss up in a brewery. He couldn't. I couldn't trust him. Go shop, get me a Mars bar. He'd come back with a Kit Kat. He's awful. His fighting is atrocious. The fights what he puts on, I can't even bring myself to watch boxing when Sky Sports Boxing's put on. Surely the figures must have slumped. I mean, I do believe that he's up for renewal next year, and they're going to look into whether they're going to give him another contract. I don't think they will. because like I say, he's basically just dragged Sky Sports to the ground. There's nothing good about Sky Sports boxing. The fights are atrocious. The people who have no disrespect, but the fighters who I've never heard of, his shows are boring. The fights are boring. His matchups are boring. You know, he really has turned it into the Benny Hill show. So Benny Shalom, if I was the head of Sky, this guy would be fired. I'd fire him now and just pay an out of court settlement with him. I'd get rid of him now. It's only the Premier League, really, and maybe the F1 and golf, what are keeping Sky going. Because Sky Sports, if it went for the Premier League, I think it'd be absolutely awful. I don't watch F1 and I don't watch golf. And don't watch darts and stuff like that. But Premier League football, yeah, I do. And I don't watch the boxing anymore. The boxing's it's garbage. It's absolutely garbage. Stinks to high heaven. Like I said, this guy has been given the reins to direct this sport, and this company, he's directed it downhill. Like I say, from leading, Sky Sports Boxing was the best platform over here in the UK for watching boxing. Used to cover all the American fights years ago. They've been around for years, like 30 odd years. But it's just atrocious. TNT boxing's better. Even boxing on Channel 5's better than this shite what they put on Sky. It's just awful. It really is. DAZN's better, and I don't think DAZN's brilliant. DAZN's been poor this year, but it's still better than Sky Sports Boxing. I think they effed up when they let Eddie Hearn go. Because like I say, Eddie put some big shows on, and he did put boxing back on the map over here, especially for Sky, because they were in dire before that, and now they've just gone even worse. But like I say, this guy couldn't organise a jelly and ice cream party. He really couldn't. He's fucking atrocious. He's well out of his league. He's well out of his depth. But let me know what you think. Peace out. I'll catch you soon.